saw two moms. I'm doing a session with Linda, and I said, I heard mom twice. Mom, mom. Does that make any sense to you? She acknowledged that it did. All right, doesn't make sense to me, but we never know, okay? So I had one woman who was with me, and I told Linda who she was, and I described her, and I told her that she was depressed most of her life. She was also a teacher, as well as other things. She also showed me that she crocheted. She crocheted decorative pillows with flowers and stuff, and Linda totally acknowledged all that was true. Okay, so we went on, and Linda's father came through, and we continued on with the messages. You know, I had Linda's grandmother come in. By the way, all grandmothers show me themselves in the kitchen, because my two grandmothers cooked. I see them one of three ways: with a lot of food, which means they cooked a lot; with some food, which means they kind of cooked to eat kind of thing; and with the arms folded, which means they made reservations, because not all grandmothers cook, and not all grandmothers are compassionate either, by the way. All right? Anyhow, I digress. Linda's grandmother came in, acknowledged who she was, also seemed to have been a teacher. So it seems to be a family of teachers. Her father was extremely intelligent, showed me he was highly intelligent. Turns out he was the doctor. Anyway, I described that second woman again. I said she's blonde, she's 5'4", not skinny, but slender. No, doesn't make any sense. All right, we continued on with the session. Linda got her messages, all right? And at the end, I always ask people, once I'm sure that what I gave people is good, right for them, then I'll let them talk. Until that time, I ask them to just say yes, no, maybe to any questions I ask. That's very important. I don't want them to give away, anything, because if I ask somebody something, it's usually, does that make sense to you, like I did with the mothers. I've got something coming up behind it, so I don't want you to get ahead of me, all right? Linda asked about her biological mother. She told me she was adopted. That didn't come up. And you know what? Adoptive parents really very rarely come through as adoptive step. I don't hear step. I don't hear, they show me what they feel as though the relationship was with my client. Okay, so it turns out that the blonde that was with me in the beginning, the second mom, was her biological mother who had to give her up. And her father, her biological father, also came in, a very stern man, very tough man. And Linda told me that she, the mom, the biological mom, played the organ in the church. And she got pregnant with Linda. And then all of a sudden, I believe she was having an affair with a minister. She said no, it was somebody else, but okay, that's up for, grabs. Well, anyway, came through. She wanted to know why her parents, they were married, gave her up. And here's the reason. The mother had an affair. The father found out about it. The father wasn't sure if it was his or not, if Linda was his or not. So he punished the mother by making the mother give up that child. Heartbreaking, okay? As it turns out, he's a really strict man, very religious, and really probably just a sick man, actually. So it turns out Linda was better off with her adoptive parents than living a life of abuse, which she would have lived with that guy that was her biological father. Just because they're biological doesn't make them a father, folks. So if you've got, step parents, or you've got parents, people that adopted you, and they're really your parents and they're good to you, they're your parents. Just because somebody's a sperm donor doesn't make that person a father. Do you understand? It gave Linda some peace to understand why. It made sense to her. She'd done some research. She just couldn't get that one answer. If you're married, why did you do it? And actually, logically, I was going for, now this is why I have to shut down logic. I was going for that they couldn't afford to keep her. But that's not what came through. came through was just what I told you. The father punished the mother for having that child, even though it was his, because, and how does Linda know? Because she saw pictures of her father's mother, her grandmother, and she looks just like her. So there's your proof about that. Anyhow, guys, have a great day. Thank you for stopping by. Always remain hopeful, never hopeless. Always be optimistic, never pessimistic. No reason why you shouldn't be. Bye for now.